Well, hey, thanks everyone. Thanks for coming out tonight. Thanks for giving up your Friday night, or at least the first half of it. I certainly appreciate it, and I just appreciate the broad support that is in here. You know, it is very important to me that as you look across this room, as Manny said, there are Republicans, there are Democrats, there are I don't know how many different races and ethnicities in here, and I appreciate that. I appreciate the support that you all have given me. Most of you know my story, and I promised Don I wouldn't talk too long, so I'm going to give you the kind of the synopsis of it for those who don't. Stanislaus County has been my home for my life, and this is where my wife and I have deliberately and intentionally chosen to raise our family, and I am deeply committed to this community and to the safety of this community. I grew up here. I left for the military. I went to the military academy and served 5.5 years in the U.S. Army, and I came back here to farm. That was actually what I came back to this county to do. Following September 11th, I voluntarily went back into the U.S. Army. I served in the National Guard on that occasion, and I commanded a company in Iraq. I didn't have to do that. I did it because it was the right thing to do. When I returned back from Iraq, that is when I got into law enforcement. There was one organization that I wanted to work for, the Stanislaus County Sheriff's Department. Because I'm a country boy. I grew up on a ranch, and the Sheriff's Department served my community. And that was the only place that I wanted to work. I've been there now for it's 11 years. 11 years a week ago yesterday. So I've been with the Sheriff's Department for 11 years. I've had a variety of assignments. My last 3 have been as the police chief for the city of Patterson out on the west side. And it has just been an incredible experience. When you couple that with my military time, my farming time, and now my law enforcement time as a police chief, and under the mentorship of our current sheriff, I think that I am prepared to lead. I am prepared to take this county and this sheriff's department to the next step. We do have a number of things to do. As many of you know, we have gone through staffing challenges as a result of the economy. We are fixing that. But that is the number one challenge that we must continue to fix so that we can restore services to our county. With that, our organization is a very young department. We have to continue our training and our professional development of those young deputies who are out on the streets. They're great employees, they work hard, they are well-intentioned, they're just young. And we have to continue to develop them and mold them. And finally, and one of the key things, especially for a group like this, a group of leaders across this community, in the next 4 years, the entire leadership of our Sheriff's Department is going to roll over and turn over. Obviously, here within a couple of months, we're going to have a new sheriff. And then within a few years, we're going to have a new undersheriff and new captains, and most of our lieutenants and sergeants are all going to retire. And so with that, it takes someone to pick that new and that next generation of leaders, and it takes someone who has leadership experience and has the experience of selecting, developing, and mentoring leaders. And I would submit to all of you that I'm that guy. A number of other things that you'll see with our department in the years to come. You'll see body cams, you're going to see some intelligence-led policing that we have already started. We are going to continue bringing these things to fruition so that we can more effectively and more efficiently serve this county. So tonight, I would ask for your support. There are a number of, there's about 11 weeks left, and there's a number of things that you all can do. The first and honestly the hardest part is asking for your personal endorsement. It's actually harder for me to ask people to put their name behind mine than it is to ask you for money, and we're going to come back to that one. But I am asking for your name to back me up. There are forms here. You can talk to Donna. She's got stuff you can sign, but I would ask if you have not already done so to endorse me. These things are expensive. Everybody knows that. We're in the point where we're spending probably on average of $1,000 a day on this, between print ads, radio ads, social media, which we'll also come back to, a number of different things. It's expensive, and many of you have been incredibly generous, and I certainly appreciate that. I would ask that you continue to be generous. And finally, and I never ever thought in my life I would ask people to do this. Please like me on Facebook. Share it with your friends. I never had social media before this campaign. It's obviously an important part of the campaign, not being a digital native in those ways. please help me in that regard. But most importantly, thank you for coming tonight. Thank you for your support. Please eat, drink, be merry, and I will be here for the duration of the evening. Thank you, everyone.
Wonderful.